The beautiful people of the Canine Conference, brought to you in part by Jonas Black, our fearless leader. Hey guys, maybe something a little bit different. Come on, Bubba. Show you guys something a little bit different. A lot of beautiful speakers doing a lot of talking, a lot of insight, a lot of beautiful community. Absolutely love what's going on, but maybe just a little shift in what we've been seeing, something a little different, a little bit of application. Making this video, I thought my goddamn slot was at 8 in the morning. Turns out it's 6 at night, which is cutting into my UFC fight card tonight, which I'm not too crazy about, but because I love you guys so much, I'm sacrificing. Just kidding, but seriously, I am sacrificing my valuable UFC card to be here with you guys, which, listen, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just bitching a little bit, but we're gonna do a little bit of e-collar conditioning to my main man here, 6-month-old German Shepherd, a little bit older maybe actually, 7-month-old, right about the time when I actually would consider putting an e-collar on a dog. 6, 7, 8 months, right around that region. And of course, the initial introduction, mostly, matter of fact, yes, working level stuff, that tiny tap, they barely feel it, followed by reward. And that's what we're doing right now. Come on up, bud. I bet you I could bribe you. Look at this. Would you believe that? How beautiful is that? Come here. Steady, papacito. And I'm also going to be sending this video to my client. This pup's with me for 6 weeks. And if a dog is with me for 6 weeks, we're most certainly, especially at this life stage, most certainly going to try to prepare them for off-leash obedience. Because that's, for me, that's like the ultimate dream. It's like the goal, right? Like, be able to go on hikes and have reliability and give your dog the freedom to explore and live and get their paws in the dirt and hunt and chase and be a motherfucking dog, you know what I'm saying? That's when I believe that dogs are the happiest, when biological fulfillment is provided. You see a lot of me allowing Rosie to chase and hunt lizards and shit. I always say this, my dog loves me, okay? I know Rosie loves me, but I know there's a couple things that she loves more, a couple things that satisfy her more than just my love. And that's chasing and killing shit. Terrier's gonna terrier, right? And so I talk a lot about honoring the dog. Not putting myself as like the thing, like selfish. What can the dog do for me? What can the dog do for me? If I truly believe that I love dogs, sit, then I'm going to look at what it is that makes them the most happy, them the most satisfied. And that's not overfeeding and over-loving and a lack of all the things that we know that are healthy for a dog. You know, people do a good job of mistaking what love is for a dog. Come on. And what love is what's actually good for the dog. What does the dog find to be most satisfying? Clarity, biological fulfillment, relationship status, rules, boundaries, structure, routine. Down. He doesn't know a down yet. Let's see if I could shape it. Sit. Good. That's good. Have him wear it for a little bit. He's got the collar on. Good. Good. So that's it. That's it, dude. It's about what can you do for the dog, not what the dog can do for you. That's the mindset about it. That's what separates the dog lover from the dog person. The dog lover is a selfish taker. The dog person is the giver. And understanding the dog. How can we meet the dog's needs? How can we satisfy the dog the most? Because the most satisfied dogs, actually satisfied dogs, are the happiest dogs. Dogs that are not satisfied are pent up, they're confused, it's chaos, it's imbalance. That's not a happy dog. That's that overloved dog. No rules, boundaries. You guys see what I'm saying there? I think all of you guys identify with that. Yes. Good. Young man, climb. What an effort. What an effort. Go to the shorter one first. Come on. Good. Good. Sit. Good. Can we see if this thing is on tight enough? Obviously, we have to have the touch points sufficient. I've got the 1/2 inch touch points on here. So the German Shepherd has a little bit longer hair, and obviously the touch points have to be sufficient, otherwise we won't get a true read. It'd be useless to have the tool on if it's not on properly. Yeah, man, he's a motherfucker, dude. Isn't he? Good boy. Free. Good. Climb. Good. Sit. Good. Can I get him to down? I'll pay that progression. Just the consideration of going down is nice. Down. Good. I'll pay the progression. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Good. Big treat. Big treat. Free. Early on in the process, the young dogs, just the performance there of producing it at that point, I'm like super happy with. Not really fully expecting him to like maintain position by any stretch of the imagination. Just super happy with the performance of it. And then, you know, at that point, dude, put your lipstick away, bro. Good. Wow. Wow. Performative. Absolutely beautiful. And then, like, as I'm looking to build up duration, I'll just pay a lot while the dog is in this position, you know? So they're just like performing, getting paid, performing, getting paid. No force, not forcing the down, not burning a dog's drive or really fucking with his head. He's just voluntarily doing this. And that's that, you know, the multiple feed theory. It's like feed a lot, feed a lot, feed a lot. That slot machine theory, you know, you guys ever heard that one? It's like you're feeding the machine and you're engaged, you're engaged, you're engaged, you're engaged, and you're just sitting there voluntarily. Nobody's forcing you to do it. Just offering that engagement because of the slot machine theory or multiple feed theory. And then free jackpot, give them like a bigger reward for holding that position for that duration. And that's that slow buildup. That's that slow buildup that I'm trying to teach people about, like with puppies and stuff. Like, we're not expecting, if it's a green adult or if it's a young puppy and that's an effort. Good effort. Good effort. You might be a little discouraged to try that again because you just took a decent little spill, but I do appreciate that effort. That's absolutely marvelous. With a little more practice and a little more time, we'll be able to send it up on top of this platform easy. Good. But it's just a slow progression. And like all my clients, like I teach them, this shit doesn't happen overnight. I don't care if it's a 6-week program. I don't care if it's a 3-week program. 3 weeks, 6 weeks, it ain't nothing but a solid foundation. It ain't nothing but really learning the ropes. People come back here 3, 4, 5 times during my program, and I try to get them to the point where they don't feel like they have 2 left hands, you know. I try to just make sure they understand the concepts and the theory so that they can keep kicking ass. Nobody's going to produce a finished dog in 6 weeks. I don't really care like who you are. Yes, that's beautiful. Just over here offering beautiful behaviors. Good. We haven't even really gotten to the the e-collar part yet, but let's see. I want him to have a positive association to this sensation. So, like for me personally, I tap it. You know, and obviously we're in an environment where there's nothing else happening. There's no other distractions. There's no other place that it could be coming from but me. But the first things first is I want to make sure I have his engagement. Yes. And he gave me a little eye flutter right there. So I'll tap it. Yes. And then I'll offer him a piece of food. Because again, there's a lot of things that are debatable in dog training. The one thing that is undebatable is the way that they learn, right? They learn through patterns and they learn through repetitions. And so the pattern I'm setting up is he feels that little sensation and then he gets paid. So this is where I'm going to give my buddy Justin Wrigley a shout out, because a lot of you guys explain things so much more lovely and so much more clearly than I do. And when I hear something like, you know, it's imperative that you teach the e-collar to be the gas pedal before you teach it to be the brakes, I just jump for joy when I hear that, because it really does a really good job of helping it make sense to the average dog owner without overcomplicating it. Tap, yes. Gas pedal, wants to follow the pressure because there's something in it for him. Tap, yes. Okay. So yeah, I feel that, but I feel that sensation. Oh, I know what happens when I feel that. I get paid. And of course, we're also producing a little bit of a recall. I know it's just from here to there. Tap, yes. Good. Sit. Good. Tap, yes. Good. And this is it. This is it. I'll just run him through a level 8 on all this stuff and just pay him every single time. Here. Yes. Tap it when I say here. Just setting up this pattern. Feel sensation, something in it for you. Feel sensation, something in it for you. And that's it. That's all we're doing right now. And then, of course, you know, we're just starting out. And so I don't really fully expect him to have like this super reliable recall. But just expedited, I'll come out here to like a bigger open space. A lot of the time I'll start with a long line, but I don't have one with me right now. A lot of the time I'll start with a long line and like use it as a guide. But we'll get out into this big open space, and I'll kind of just wait for him to like pay attention to something else. No, or like disengage. Or I'll just pay him for being with me, off leash, staying near me. And that's one of the things I was talking about in the video previously. It's like having opportunity here. Yes. Having opportunity with this kind of space really gives me, you know, a good tool. I mean, all this space, it's like, you know, it's also enclosed, and it's just a really safe environment for me to have a dog off leash early and often. Off leash dogs are so good off leash because they have so much experience being off leash. The dogs that don't do well off leash don't know what it's like to be off leash. And I'm going to give after giving a shout out to Justin Wrigley, I got to give a shout out to Larry Cron, because, you know, early on in my career, I watched a video of Larry talking about why dogs have shitty off leash recall. And that's predominantly because dogs have never been off the leash. They don't know what it feels like to be off the leash. So a lot of time people wait till the dog's an adult to even consider doing it. And when they do, it's like, dude, this dog has no experience being off leash. It's not going to come back to you. You haven't worked the pattern. You haven't worked the pattern of going from there to here, but you also haven't worked the pattern of just being off leash together and chilling and a lot of cool things happening. There's a lot of cool shit happening. Here. Yes. Sit. Yes. And I'm tapping the button every time I give him a command at the working level, 6, 7, 8-ish. Here. Good. Good. And it's like taking advantage of this like puppy pack drive is also pretty critical. It's like, you know, that puppies generally want to stick to like their person. They want to be around their person. So like wasting the opportunity to do shit like this is just, it's just that. It's just like a massive waste, bro. Like your dog already wants to be around you. So every time they just hang out, like you're with each other like this and you're just chilling, and every time he just voluntarily gives you engagement, you pay him. And then you cruise together like this. And then if there's ever a moment where he's like, you know, not paying attention, or he's over there sniffing, those are moments of opportunity. Let me see if I can get him off that smell and perform the act of going from over there to over here. And it's just on repeat, over and over and over again. And then the e-collar just becomes like a default setting. And the more you do this, the more practice you do this, it's like, all right, the dog becomes predictable. There's like higher levels of predictability through the amount of repetitions that you incorporate. You know what I'm saying? And the amount of practice doing shit. There's no substitute for any of that. Like, if you're looking to have a well-trained dog, you have to come to grips with, well, this is going to be a lot of work, because you just don't get gifted a dog that understands what to do. You don't just get gifted with like this unison relationship. You have to have the ability and the knowledge to help the dog put the pieces of the puzzle together. You have to understand that there are certain things that you're going to have to do to build a healthy relationship based on extremely fair, precise, and clear communication and quality time spent. A lot of people spend time with their dogs, but not a lot of people spend quality time with their dogs. Quality time isn't just sitting on the couch doing nothing. Quality time isn't being aimless and not practicing shit. Quality time is spending time together, actually working on shit. And that's pretty much it. We can get back to the conference now. Here. Yes. Good boy. Love you guys.